Hey guys, it's Sinem and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be doing the Sephora Vib sale, my must-haves recommendations for you guys. And I know what you're thinking, Sinem, you're British, but majority of my viewers are from the US, and I did do this one, I think last year or the year before, and I wanted to do it again. And of course, if you're not from the US, then just take this video as makeup recommendations from me, you know, makeup must-haves, whether it's for the Sephora Vib sale or not. So I have a lot. I will have links down below as well for you guys to go directly to the products, check them out, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go by category, like primers, foundation, concealer, all that kind of stuff. So for primer, I have one primer that I want to recommend to you guys, which I think is so worth it. This primer, they have a full size and a mini size. I have the mini, so if you don't want to spend the money on full size, you can go straight and buy the mini, and that is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer. This primer is so good. It is so just pearlescent and hydrating, but it doesn't have a lot of shimmer. I mean, barely any shimmer, so it just looks like a glow on the skin. I mean, look at that, with absolutely no shimmer, and it's super moisturizing and hydrating. You can just see the sheen that it gives. It gives this beautiful lit from within glow. It's beautiful for bridal makeup if you're getting married. Even just on its own without foundation, it's just going to give you a luminous finish to the skin, but without the shimmer, so you're just going to be looking naturally glowy. It just sinks into the skin and just feels nice and moisturized, but leaves a nice sheen. So I definitely recommend this primer if you're looking for a good luminous primer, but you don't want anything with shimmer, and you want something that's just going to make your foundation look really nice and healthy, glowy, especially for this time of the year. Try it out, but you guys will absolutely love it. So that's my first recommendation. And then moving on into foundation, I have 3 different types. So I do have the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturiser. This is a tinted hydrating gel cream, and it does have SPF 30 as well. Mine is in the shade Buttercream 03. This is so good. If you're looking for a great tinted moisturizer, a BB cream, you're going to absolutely love this one. It gives you the perfect amount of coverage. It's not too full coverage, but it's not too sheer either. It's just the perfect medium coverage. And also, because it's a gel, like hydrating gel, it's not really like a liquid BB cream. It's more of, again, a gel cream. It's so hydrating, where it feels really nice and cooling on the skin, and it just gives you a nice tint but still covers. It evens out your skin. Like this with the primer is going to make your skin look super evened out and glowy. And I absolutely love this tinted moisturizer. It's the only tinted moisturizer that I can really get along with, because a lot tend to be too full coverage, but this one I absolutely love. And again, it feels super cooling, has SPF 30 as well, which is great. Definitely want to recommend this one to you guys if you're looking for a good tinted moisturizer. And then for foundation, we have one that has been sold out everywhere, and that is the KVD Beauty Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm. I know it's been sold out everywhere. I did a dedicated video on this cream foundation, so you guys can go check that out if you want to know a little bit more about it, but I'm sure every single person has heard about this foundation. It literally broke the internet. This is in the shade Light 008, which is for fair skin tones with a yellow undertone. I have it on right now. This is the foundation I'm wearing. As you can see, my skin just looks so full coverage, so perfected, and so smooth looking. This foundation is on another level. It feels so lightweight, so comfortable on the skin, but gives you very full coverage. So if you're not looking for something super full coverage, you're not gonna like this one, because it's quite intense, but it does give you a very smooth, perfected look, and it doesn't look cakey. It's so moisturizing, again, great for dry skin. And yeah, I mean, I did a full video, so you guys can go check that out if you want to know a little bit more about it. But I mean, 100% recommend. It's such a great cream foundation. And then another foundation that I will recommend, this one's a little more pricey. This is the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. Mine is a little bit too dark for me. This one is in the shade 2.0 Buff, and this is the shade. It's a little more, as you can see, peachy and orangey. I used to work at Tom Ford, and let me tell you, this foundation always sold, the stick foundation from Tom Ford, because it's such a high quality foundation. If you just want that kind of like model perfected skin look, and you want something that's just gonna last and that's gonna look really nice and smoothing on the skin, but still gonna give you a lot of coverage as well, you're gonna absolutely love this one. This one's good for all skin types, and with the coverage of this, it's not too full coverage, it's more medium coverage, but of course you can build it up to a full. So this one's a great stick foundation if you like stick foundations. It's very similar to the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Stick as well. I know it's very pricey, but you know, with the discount, it's worth it. So yeah, if you just want that kind of skin perfected look, you're gonna absolutely love that one. A lot of makeup artists on runway shows and stuff like that, they always use, you know, Tom Ford, Pat McGrath, that kind of stuff. So it's very high quality. Moving along into concealer, I have one that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, and that is the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. So with this concealer, it's basically a serum concealer, so it's going to feel nice and hydrating under the eyes. It's just that kind of cooling effect underneath the eyes because it is a serum as well. It's going to feel nice and hydrating. It goes on really creamy, really smooth, and I find that my concealer does not crease. I'll show you what the shade looks like. Mine is in the shade Parfait, and it's a really nice salmon toned concealer, so great for really correcting any dark circles. This is in the shade Parfait. It's a great one for, you know, lighter days or for everyday use. Great concealer. It's not going to give you a ton of coverage, but it's just nice to have either for brightening or for correcting. And then we have the Rare Beauty Brightening Concealer. This is in the shade 110N. This is extremely brightening, like extremely brightening. This concealer is pretty much just for brightening. Of course, they do say that it conceals as well, but a lot of people have said that this is way too brightening. So I agree with that. I think this is just great to brighten on its own or on top of concealer. If you are wanting it to conceal, you have to get a shade darker. Get a shade darker, trust me, because it's a very bright concealer and you're not going to get much coverage out of it because it is so brightening. So again, if you're looking for a nice brightening concealer, something to, you know, make you look a little more awake, you're going to absolutely love this one. Get it in your normal shade, but if you're looking to conceal, get a shade darker, maybe even 2 shades darker, because it does run very light and bright. But I love it. Again, it's super thin, super lightweight, and it's Selena Gomez's brand, so you know it's all very lightweight and it's more for everyday use and just enhancing your skin. For powder, I have 2, a pressed powder and a translucent powder for underneath the eyes. So for the pressed powder, this is the Sephora MicroSmooth Baked Powder. This, I feel like people are sleeping on. It's actually classed as a powder foundation, but I use it as a powder. This is in the shade Light, and this is a very smooth powder, and it gives you enough coverage where you can wear it on its own or you can use it on top of foundation like I do. When I go in with my liquid foundations, even cream foundations, I like to go in with this to set that foundation, and it stays put all day, does not budge, but it gives me a very smooth finish. My skin looks baby smooth, and not only that, but it gives a little bit of coverage as well. It gives a bit of a tint of color as well, and I just absolutely love this powder. Again, you can wear it on its own, and if you are familiar with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, it's very similar to this, but even more affordable. And I just feel like, you know, a lot of people are sleeping on this powder. Great to set your foundation, but also great on its own. And then another one that I want to recommend for underneath the eyes is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. So with this one, I mean, I was a little bit iffy about it when I was first trying it, but I have been hooked the more I use it. It's basically a translucent powder, but it's so silky smooth. It leaves your under eyes just looking really lightweight and soft and matte, and it doesn't look drying under the eyes. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't settle into any fine lines. You can use it for the rest of your face as well. I like to just go in with a big brush and just set my foundation with that on days when I don't want to go in with like a colored powder. And the Hourglass one, again, is just so silky smooth, so luxurious, and your skin just looks very, you know, good quality, high end. For bronzer, I'm going to recommend the Fenty Beauty Instant Warmth Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer. This one is in the shade Private Island, and this one, I mean, who doesn't own this? If you don't own it, you need to go and get your hands on it. It is a very nice bronzer. It's very matte, which I love. A lot of bronzers tend to have a little bit of shimmer in there. They hide some shimmer in there, but this is a true matte bronzer that just looks so smooth and, you know, bronzed on the skin. If you're looking for something to contour with, like a really good contour shade, you're going to find them in the Fenty Beauty bronzers because they have a good shade range and they aren't too warm, so they're not going to make you look orangey or anything like that. And also the cool tone shades are not too cool tone where it's going to make you look too ashy. So yeah, absolutely love the Fenty bronzers. You can't go wrong with them. I'm sure you guys, you know, have tried them, but this is Private Island. I'll just show you what it looks like. Really nice warm tone shade, bronzes up the skin, warms up the complexion, but also contours, and, you know, doesn't look too much as well. You can tone it down, you can go a little more intense with it. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just a great matte bronzer. I have two blushes. One's a liquid, one's a powder. So for the liquid blush, I have another Rare Beauty product. Love her products. And this is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. This is in the shade Bliss. And it is a matte finish. She does have two finishes, a dewy finish to her liquid blushes and a matte. This is the matte version. Beautiful kind of coral baby pink. And that is what it looks like. Actually a little more peachy now that I'm looking at it. And this formula, oh my god, it is like a very whipped, lightweight, you know, liquid blush. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. The thing that I love about that is that it doesn't lift my foundation, because a lot of cream blushes, liquid blushes tend to lift my makeup when I go in with it. This one, the formula of it, because it's so lightweight and thin, you just literally dab it in and it does not lift your foundation. This liquid blush is like a game changer, and I love the matte one because it still gives you a really nice flush to the cheeks, but without it being super dewy and shiny. It just leaves you with a matte flush. And then for powder blush, I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blushes. This is in the shade Dim Infusion, another gorgeous peachy pale peach shade, and this one is like a really nice soft peach. So with these, it's basically like their ambient lighting powders, the ones that you can set all over your face or just underneath the eyes, where it's going to give you a really nice luminous radiant finish without the shimmer. Again, it's the same basically formula but in a blush version and with color. So yeah, definitely recommend these blushes. It just gives you a very luminous look to the cheeks. You know, they do have a little bit of a sheen, so if you like something with a glow, if you like blushes that aren't matte and you want something that's just gonna look a little more radiant on the cheeks, that one is a great one. And again, they have a ton of shades. This one's Dim Infusion, and your skin and your cheeks just look very radiant but with a flush of color. Next, for highlighter, I have one highlighter that I absolutely love and want to get more of, and this is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow powders. I'm sure everyone knows about them, but if you have not tried them, you need to try them. The Diamond Glow powders are basically loose highlighters, and I was never a fan of loose highlighters, but if you use it the right way, you can get it intense and you can make it sheer. And these are just the perfect formula. They're so thin. It's very finely milled, so it's not like a chunky highlight powder. It's honestly so fine. And I have two shades. I have Yas, which is a pink, and then we have Illuminati, which is more of like a champagne gold pink mixed in. It's kind of like a little bit of everything. Beautiful iridescent pink highlighter. It's just gonna give you that pink sheen, that pink glow. It's not too pink as well, so if you are fair, you don't have to worry about it being, you know, super pink or icy. It's just like the most perfect pink glowy highlighter. If you do like pink highlights, I absolutely love this one, especially like with a purple look. It just complements with cool tones. And then if you like more of that kind of golden champagne, this one's Illuminati, which is that one right there. And that one, as you can see, is a little more on the peachy golden side. That one's a lot more pink. So again, you can see they are super glowy. These highlights are so smooth and they don't show the texture on your skin as well, which I absolutely love. If you have blemishes, if you have textured skin, it's just going to kind of blur over it, and it's not something that's going to really accentuate them because it's such a finely milled powder. For eyes, this is a newer eyeshadow palette that just hit the market and I already fell in love with it. Again, I did a whole video on it, and that is the Huda Beauty Toffee Brown eyeshadow palette. So she did come out with 3 new neutral eyeshadow palettes, and this was one of them, the Toffee Brown one. She actually saw my video and commented. Can you guys believe that? I don't know how that happened. She watched my video and she commented. That will forever stick with me. This is the Toffee Brown eyeshadow palette, and I fell in love with the colors. The colors are just to die for, especially that mustard yellow in the middle. I absolutely love that. It's still very wearable, and you have these nice bronzes, these nice maroon browns and light brown matte cream as well to highlight with. It is a great neutral bronze mustardy kind of palette, toffee toned palette. So super creamy, super blendable, and I did mention in the video as well, I feel like she just upped the formula. I was never a fan of her eyeshadows, but lately I've been loving her formula, and these are so buttery smooth. They don't go patchy. There's not a lot of fallout. Yeah, you just cannot go wrong with a palette like this. Look at that. Now another palette that I want to recommend, and I've mentioned before on my channel that I don't think it was worth the price, but because you're going to get a discount, now I think it's worth the price, and that is the NATASHA DENONA Bronze Eyeshadow Palette. Your standard neutral bronze palette. If you're someone who loves these colors, you're gonna love this palette. The formula is great. It wasn't great for, what is it, $65, but for, you know, getting a discount with it now, it will definitely be worth the price. So yeah, if you are looking to get a NATASHA DENONA palette, now is your time, and I honestly would snag it up if I were you. The bronze eyeshadow palette is really, really nice for spring, for summer. It's such a summer palette, but like I said, all year round, even for autumn, you know, it's just your standard go-to shades that you would need, and it pretty much has, you know, a range of good mattes and good shimmers. You have your maroons, your burgundies, like a nice rosy pink, kind of copper, and then you have, you know, true bronzes as well. Her formula is really good. It is silky, not a lot of fallout, it's very smooth, and the shimmers are very, very, very metallic and high shine, and they're just going to look really, really glistening on the eyes. They're just going to pop. Those are the NATASHA DENONA ones, those three. The shimmers are just so foiled. I know the camera won't do it justice, but yeah, if you're looking to get a Natasha DENONA palette, now is your time. So for eyeliner, this one no one talks about, and that is the LILLY Lashes Power Liner. This is basically a eyeliner and a lash glue in one. Yes, it's got a lash adhesive in it, and this, I know a lot of brands do something like this, but this one takes the cake. Is that the saying? Well, either way, it's just the best one that I've tried. And this is basically a black liquid eyeliner, felt tip eyeliner. And it is so amazing. So amazing. You can pretty much create a simple, normal wing as if it was a normal eyeliner, but it has a lash adhesive in it. So you can just stick your lash on and it stays put. Like, you do not need to use lash glue. I hate, you guys know this, using lash glue. But this, I mean, I can do a simple wing and then just stick on my lash, and it doesn't, you know, leave a tacky or sticky feel. It doesn't feel like it's hard on the lash line. It doesn't feel like there's glue there. It just feels like a normal eyeliner. This is crazy good. It's such a game changer if you're someone who doesn't like putting on lashes, you hate the messiness of using lash glue, and you know, it's just such a fuss-free eyeliner slash lash glue, so mess-free. I absolutely love this. Does not budge. Does not budge. Look at that. And then moving on into mascara, I only have one that, you know, I was thinking which one to show, and you know what? Gotta go with the Lancome Hypnose Drama Cult Classic. This one is such a cult classic mascara. Such a volumizing, lengthening. It's the one that I have on my lashes right now. Really, really, really great wand. It just gets every single lash and it just lifts them up. If you have very straight lashes and you struggle to find a mascara that keeps them up, this is the one. This is what I have on, and I just love it because I feel like throughout the day my lashes don't fall, and a lot of mascaras just make my lashes fall. This one keeps that curl, keeps that volume, and it's still natural. It doesn't clump, it doesn't look too, you know, too much on the eyes. I just absolutely love the Lancome mascara. I think all of their mascaras are really, really good. The Monsieur one is really good as well, but like, you can't go wrong with the standard classic Hypnose Drama mascara. It's such a great one that just lifts the lashes. And then I think we are down to lips. So for lips, like, if I didn't mention this, would it even be a Sephora Vib sale recommendation video? The Sephora lip creams. I talk about these all the time on my channel. These aren't even all of them. I have a whole like drawer back there full of them. Look, I haven't even opened this one yet. I just, every time I go to the States, I stock up. They're basically liquid lipsticks, but they are so creamy. They're so souffle-like, where they feel very lightweight, very featherweight on the lips. You don't feel like you're wearing a liquid lipstick, like a drying liquid lipstick. They just feel so comfortable on the lips, and I just absolutely love them. I love them. So the one that I absolutely love is in the shade 74. But of course I have a lot of other ones. This is 74, beautiful spring color. But let me show you a few other ones. Like this really, really, really fun one is number 29. Look how fun that is. Number 13, so nice, like a rose mauve. Then we have a nice berry. This one I love wearing in autumn. That one's like a nice berry. That one's 14. Really great formula. And they're so affordable. So you can get a few different colors, you know, maybe get a bold color, get a nude color, get a spring/summer color. And they're matte. So wearing a mask as well, it's not going to transfer. They do not transfer, which I absolutely love as well. But they don't feel drying. They are so amazing and everyone needs to talk about them more. Now these lipsticks are expensive. But, you know, because I used to work at Tom Ford, I did get a discount on them. Otherwise I would never pay full price, but because the Sephora VIP sale you'll get a discount, I think it's worth it. So I just wanted to mention them anyway. The Tom Ford lip color lipsticks. I have 3 shades. I have Spanish Pink, beautiful pinky peach, and again, like these, I think they retail for like $55. They are so again high quality. They, you know those models that you see that just have that kind of plush lip where it just looks so effortless, but their lips look really full. 9 times out of 10 it's either like Pat McGrath, Dior, Tom Ford, all that kind of stuff. Like you're just gonna get that effect with these lipsticks and with, you know, these types of brands. Blush Nude, I love this one. I have it on right now with a gloss I'm gonna show, and this one's a beautiful pale nude. I don't know if they still make this one. And then we have True Coral. I haven't even used this yet, but this is a beautiful coral shade, perfect for summer. And look at the packaging. This one, look at that, for summer, like with bronzed skin and a really nice bold coral lip. Like this lip color is so cute for summer. And last but not least, glosses, and then we are done with the recommendations. So one that I will recommend is the Sephora Ultra Shine lip glosses. Like no one talks about these. This is the only shade I have though. This is in the shade Bubblegum, a very pale light pink. Now it does come out a little more sheer. This is the wand and it is a little more sheer, but it has this beautiful clear, almost like crystal like finish. It has some bits of shimmer, you know, some pearlescentness to it. Like you can see some shimmer. Just makes your lips again look very full. Like look how shiny. And for, oh my god, I can't get over that. Moisturizing as well. I just absolutely love this gloss, the bubblegum shade. But again, they have a ton which I want to get more, and they just make your lips look super juicy, super glossy and high shine. Look at that. But it's not glossy in a thick way. Absolutely not sticky. Like these are so underrated, so underrated. The last and final gloss and product of this video are the Huda Beauty lip strobe glosses. These are also glosses, but they're metallic lip glosses, and it's the one that I had before I put this on. So the one that I was wearing is this shade right here, and this is in the shade Ritzy. This one is like a very metallic gold pink gloss. That one right there, it is so pretty. It's very hard to tell on camera, but these are basically, you know, metallic glosses, and they just look so shiny. They give you that kind of metallic sheen, but in a wearable way. You know, it's not going to look like a crazy metallic gloss. You guys saw I had it on before, the Sephora one, and it just looks like a very nice high shine finish on the lips again. I also have this shade. I mean, look how pretty this is. This one is in the shade Posh, and this one is like a white gold, legit white gold shade. Let me put it on this side. Look at that, like liquid white champagne gold. Look at that. Wow, I cannot get over these. They are so, again, underrated. They give you, again, that high shine finish, really like metallic glossy finish. Gonna make your lips look full, but also what I love about them is, again, not sticky, super moisturizing. So that, my loves, is the end of the video. Do let me know everything down below, what you're going to be picking up for the Sephora VIB sale, what your recommendations are, what have you already picked up if you've already shopped it, and let me know if there is anything in this video that intrigued you, that you think you're going to be adding to the wish list and that you're going to be buying. I would love to know if one of these, you know, kind of hit for you and you want to be trying. I hope this video was helpful, and give it a thumbs up if it was. So I hope everyone is also staying safe, and until next time, I'll speak to you guys all in my next video.